Good afternoon and welcome to this session number 21 from the playlist of alternating current. The topic is the relation between the effective value of alternating current and the peak value of alternating current. And today we will be deriving the relationship between the effective value of alternating current, which is also called the RMS value of alternating current, and its peak value. So in the AC circuit, the instantaneous current I is equal to I naught sine omega t. Now in a very small time interval, say dt, the heat produced can be written as dH is equal to I square R dt, where dH is the amount of heat produced in the time interval dt. So from here I will be substituting the value of I as I naught sine omega t. So this will be equal to I naught square sine square omega t into R into dt. And this is the amount of heat produced in a time interval dt. Now if I integrate this equation within the limits of 0 and capital T, then I will get the total amount of heat produced in one complete cycle. Here capital T is what? It is the time period of the alternating current. That is the time taken to complete one complete cycle. So this can be further written as H integration within the limits of 0 and t, where capital T is the time period of the alternating current, I naught square sine square omega t into R dt. So here R is the resistance, delta T is dt is the time interval, and H is the total amount of heat produced in one complete cycle. I naught is the peak value of the alternating current, and omega is the angular velocity here, where omega is equal to 2 pi upon capital T, where t is the time period. So this can further be written as here I naught square and R are constant, so that it can be taken out. Integration within the limits of 0 and capital T sine square omega t dt. Now if I effective, which is equal to I RMS, is equal to if the effective value of current of AC is I effective, IE double F, then the total heat produced in one cycle can be written as H can be written as I effective whole square into R into capital T, where T is the time period of this alternating current. And what I will be doing is I will be now equating these two equations in order to find the relation between the effective value of AC and its peak value. So from here, this I effective square into R into the time period, this is equal to I naught square R integration within the limits of 0 and capital T sine square omega t dt. So this is the equation which I have got on. Now from with the help of this equation, I will be able to find the relation between the effective value of AC or the RMS value of AC and its peak value. So from here this R and R will get cancelled out. So I effective whole square into the time period, this is equal to I naught square and integration within the limits of 0 and capital T. Now sine square omega t can be written as, see, first of all we should know that cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So from by using this relation I can write sine omega t, or you can say sine square omega t equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2. So I will be substituting the value of sine square omega t as 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2. 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2 into dt. Now this can be further written as, this 2 can be taken out, and the integration of 1 minus cos 2 omega t will be t minus sine 2 omega t divided by 2 omega within the limits of 0 and capital T. Here capital T is the time period of the alternating current. So I effective whole square into t is equal to I naught square upon 2 in bracket t minus sine 2 omega t divided by 2 omega within the limits of 0 and capital T. So its value will be equal to what? I naught square upon 2. So this will be equal to t minus, now the value, this 2 omega t. 2 omega t will be equal to 2 into 2 pi upon capital T. And since the limits are from 0 to t, the limits are, the lower limit is 0 and the upper limit is capital T. So if I substitute the value of small t as capital T, then I will be getting 2 omega t is equal to 4 pi. So sine 4 pi is equal to 0. So finally I will be getting as t minus 0, and then minus, I will be substituting the value of t as is equal to 0, and here also t is equal to 0. So finally the value will be t minus 0 minus 0 minus 0. So this is equal to I naught square t upon 2. So I effective square, this will be equal, here t and t will get cancelled out, so I will be getting I naught square upon 2, or we can simply say that the RMS value or the effective value of the alternating current is equal to I naught upon root 2, and this can further be written as I effective, this is equal to I RMS, this is equal to, if I multiply this numerator and the denominator by root 2, I will be getting root 2 I naught divided by 2, and that will be equal to 1.414 divided by 2, which is equal to 0.707 I naught. So the effective value of the alternating current or the RMS value of the alternating current is equal to 0.707 multiplied by the peak value of the current, or it can also be written as, that is the RMS value of the this alternating current, or the effective value of the alternating current is also equal to I naught divided by root 2. So thank you very much for joining this session. Now in the next session, that is in the session number 22, I will be coming up with a simple numerical problem from the which will be based on the session number 19, 20 or the session number 21. So that will be a very simple session. The numerical problem which I will take, it will be a very simple numerical problem, and it will be basically meant for finding the RMS value, or you can say the effective value of AC, or the peak value of AC. So till then, have a nice day. Bye.